Hi guys, how are you? Oh my goodness, I know it's been a while. I have been really sick during the Easter period. I stayed in the emergency because I had some issue with my kidney, but today I really feel okay because today was the last day of actually me having my my tablets and medication. So yeah, that is why we are back. And I hope we'll continue learning more about coming to Australia and how you can actually make Australia your home after a certain process. So for the people who are new here, my name is Lizzie, and I talk so much about Australia, so many good things about this country, because this is where our life, or rather my life, has been shaped, and this is where I call home today. So anyway, let's start. So today I've just been thinking of maybe answering some of the questions that you guys have been asking me. And yeah, so many people are asking me questions. Sometimes it's really hard because I feel like multiple people will be asking me on a given subject. Then I said, okay, Lizzie, we are doing this, and then we post out there so that people can learn and get educated. Anyway, so can I bring my spouse with me to Australia on my student visa? This is a very common question, and most of people have been asking me this question. Lizzie, I am married, I have a baby, I love this person, and I'm moving to Australia for my studies. I'm moving to Australia for work. Can I actually come along with them? Can they come along on my visa? Can they be dependent? And I was like, cool, yeah, this is an amazing topic. So let's talk about this. For my continued beloved subscribers and followers, hit the button. Let me know what you think about this content. Let me know what you want me to discuss about next time. Anyway, the short answer is yes, you can come with a dependent person on your visa, regardless if you're coming here on a student visa or a working visa. Yes. So who is a dependent person? A dependent person could be anyone from your child, maybe your children, maybe you're married, your spouse, just that close person that you can actually define relationship. So what do you need to look into when you are planning to move here as a student and you're married to someone, and you want to come here as a family, which is amazing, because the essence of living out here is when you're living with your family, so that you can have the community, you can still have people who are close to you, you can make this lovely and beautiful environment a good space for everyone in your family. So yeah, Australia is a very lonely country, and yeah, that is what I say most of the time, because I have been involved into doing workshop about loneliness here in Australia, as it is one of the mega thing that is currently affecting the people. So it is really cool if you're coming here and you're moving here with your family member. So what do you need to know? Number one is you need to make sure that you declare whoever the dependent is on your visa when you are lodging your visa. Let's say you are planning to move here to study, right? You already have a partner, you already have children. When you're lodging your visa, make sure you declare all of them on your visa. Make sure you include the date of birth, whatever the information you have to provide. Make sure you provide that birth certificate for your children. Provide maybe that passport if they are asking for it. Provide that marriage certificate. Make sure you do that, and it will ensure that in the long run the process is easier. If they are going to apply for the visa after you have maybe acquired or been granted your visa, it will be super easy for them. So that is the first requirement. If you are planning maybe to move here and you're not yet married legally, I will advise you to look into that, because yes, that will make your relationship look even more stronger and more genuine, because what you need to prove to the immigration is the fact that your relationship is genuine. These are your children. You need to prove to them that there's no, wishy-washy thing happening. So the more document you provide, the better. So let's move from there. So you have declared them on your visa and now they are part of you. What do you do next? So let's say you're already here in Australia, because I think most of the people who are asking me about this are already here in Australia, and they don't have so much information on how to go about it. I know this is something you can actually do it by yourself, but anytime I discourage people from applying visas. If you cannot navigate around the system and application forms, please just don't do it. Pay someone, let them do it for you. Pay agents, let them do it for you, not just a random person who is also struggling. No, get someone who is qualified in doing this sort of application and let them do it for you. So where do we start? You need to make sure that you have assembled all the documents to support the evidence that these are your dependent, that they are your children, that this person is your wife or your husband. You need to gather as much evidence as possible. So what are we even talking about? We are talking about so many things. Trust me, there are so many things that you can come up that will give the green light about whatever you're claiming about. If you're claiming about your wife, this is your husband, your wife. So what do you need to provide? Ensure you at least provide a marriage certificate. If you are now married and you have the papers, provide the marriage certificate. If you have, let's say you're maybe renting a house, and you have a contract, or whatever, you have a lease agreement, you're paying bills together, you've been paying bills together for the last 12 months, can you try and collect as much as those documents as you can? Maybe you guys, you've been traveling around and you've booked air tickets, traveling from point A to B, the lovely buddies. So yeah, you can provide the air tickets that you used to travel together, the photos. And when I say photos, don't just take like 1,000 photos of a similar occasion and uploading it. No. Try and get like different events and occasions where you're dressed differently, because there's no way the same Lizzie who is looking like this will be wearing the same clothes tomorrow and the other day, and no. It doesn't happen like that. So try and provide as many photos as you can. If you have maybe an investment, you have bought a land together, maybe you have a property, and it is written in the two of the names of you guys. So this is another document that you can look into providing. Maybe you have a family health cover, or you have been having a family health cover previously. It could be like a year ago. Yes, so these are the documents that you can gather and provide. Let's say some people do go to church, especially from where I come from. So if you are going to church, you can get your pastor, rather, that man of God, to go and declare an affidavit to claim that they know you and your partner and your children. They know that your relationship is genuine. You can also get your parents to go and declare an affidavit stating that they know you are married to this specific person and that your relationship is genuine. These are the things that you guys can actually do. Some people have gone into a far end of, getting a company and there are two names. So it is like more of it is a limited company, but of two shareholders who are couples. So yeah, these are documents that you can provide. These will add more points, it will give more evidence to show that your relationship is really strong, that you guys are genuine, and that whoever is moving here is your partner, is your child. So when it comes to children, again, you need to provide their birth certificate. You can provide evidence that maybe you've been paying school fees. You can provide photos. You can provide affidavit, as I've said. So it is just a kind of a similar thing that you need to provide. The more, the better. So again, I know some people, they are really struggling with Lizzie, where can we get all these documents? These are the things that in a normal relationship you will be having anyway. Like if you're living with someone for a year, you are maybe going out some days for lunch, for dinner, take some photos on your social media. Are you posting them? Are you tagging them? Have you changed your status from single to married? Because sometimes these are the things that they can actually go and dig into it. So you need to make sure that you are as clean as possible. And again, another challenging part is the financial part. When it comes to finances, this is where they have put more pressure, because they want to understand that if you guys, because when it comes to money, you can easily tell if people are even friends just through money, because money, it is their test of friendship. Or it is the limiting balance to know who is genuine and who is not genuine. So anyway, when it comes into the application, you guys can have a bank account that is common bank account shared by the two of you. You can go and open a joint account for the two of you. You can deposit as little as $100, $50, $100, $10,000, whatever you can, depending with how much you guys are earning. So this can be like a saving space for the two of you. And when you're having an account together, this shows that, to be honest, you have interest of the relationship. You are seeing future. You value the person you have, because when you are open to them when it comes to finances, then you are genuine. To be honest, I know there's some relationship that people don't talk about finances and money, but when it comes to visa application part, you need to make sure that these are the things that you're declaring, and these are the things or evidence that you're going to provide. Again, do you have enough money to support your spouse when maybe they're here or maybe they're in overseas? So let's say you've moved here and you guys are communicating and all that. You've been communicating previously. These are the things that you can still print. You can print those communication and attach as evidence. So make sure when you're printing your communication, you're printing the genuine communication things. Don't just go and type things and assume. No. They need to be true conversation between the two of you. And again, if you guys are always fighting through messages, make sure you delete those parts, because if they see there's a lot of fight and disagreement and hate and all those sort of words, they might just use that to deny your spouse visa, because it will show that you guys are not having a good stable relationship, and you guys could easily break when you get here. So anyway, you need to make sure that in the conversation you are printing the right chats. Okay, again, make sure you're sending your partner or your spouse some money for upkeep, hairdo. You can send your boyfriend, or rather your husband, money for massage, and make sure you indicate on the chat, oh baby, today I've sent you $100. Just go and do your massage, do some pedicure, look after yourself, go for lunch. I know you're far. These are the communication that these people, they see and they're like, ooh, look at this. This is a beautiful relationship. They need to live together. So when it comes again to children, provide as many as possible. Do you regularly check onto your kids? Do you ask your wife about how the kids are going? Are you calling and talking to your children? Can you maybe sometimes just ask your kid to record a video, talk about their family, or your dad or your mom? These are the things that you can actually share. This will show that you guys have a very stable family and the relationship is genuine. So yeah, I just thought that like this is something I should come and remind you once again, because I feel like so many people are very stuck. They don't know what to provide. They just think that they can provide a marriage certificate and that's it. Some people just think they can provide a birth certificate and that's it. No. When it comes to children and they need to move here, there's a process. There's so much that is involved. You need to attest that these are your children. You need to make sure that they already have a school that they will come here and study. So you need to get them enrolled in a school here prior they move here. So you will just maybe send an application of interest to the public school so that when they move here, they already have a school to be enrolled in, as that is a requirement from the government. And again, if it is your partner, you need to make sure that you're providing all the documents as it is. Do not come up with the fake documents and forge things just to make your application that really is looking stable. Don't do that, because sometimes, most of the time, you'll be caught. I don't want you to get a visa refusal when you're waiting for someone that you really love and you want to spend the whole of your life together. So again, when you're submitting the application, make sure they meet all the character requirement and the medical part requirement. So they will also do biometrics. If they adults, they will do biometrics. If they're younger and minor, they will not be able to do biometrics, but they will still do the medical part. So these are the things that they will need to do. Sometimes you will need to provide bank statement to show that you are in a position to actually keep your family in this country, because it's really, really expensive, guys. It is very expensive to raise kids here in this country if you are not a permanent residency or you are not a citizen. So most of the time you'll be required to provide evidence of fund. Depending with how much, again, they will ask you, you can provide money in liquidity, and you can attach with some other assets to show that you guys are in a position to actually get money when needed to support yourself here. When you're providing money from your bank account, make sure it is not in a fixed account. Because when you have put your money in a fixed account, that means you cannot just access it anytime. Can you try and make sure that you are providing the right documents? You're providing things in the right way so that you don't end up getting a visa refusal. Anyway, guys, that was just a quick one. I hope you guys really enjoyed this. Give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you think about. You can ask a question. Maybe I will pick on that if it is a common question asked by so many or different people. And I will be guiding you next on how to move to Australia, as we are always doing. Thank you so much for keeping up with me. My name is Lizzie and I live in South Australia. Yeah, it's a very regional space here in South Australia. It's kind of boring, as people say. But anyway, another time I'll come and tell you more about where I live and just the beauty of this South Australia. Until next time, see you.
Go. Yeah. And you ain't see me activated. You better hope that you you never see me agitated. I think about my actions, plan them out, evaluated. That's how I end up on the top, man, I'm calculated. My mind's a weapon, my body is the engine. I'm never second guessing, I just do what I was destined. Cause I feel I got the blessing, persistence and obsession. That's how you keep progressing, I already learned that lesson, yeah. I'm changing who I am, I'm making a new